Jai Gurudev, could you explain the art of living's intuition process and how it differs from traditional educational methods? Absolutely, Jai Gurudev. The intuition process, guided by His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, is a unique program designed to develop children's intuitive abilities. Unlike traditional education, which heavily focus on rational left brain thinking, this process uses meditation and yogic practices to activate both hemispheres of the brain, especially nurturing the intuitive right brain functions. Through guided exercises, children learn to tap into their natural intuition, essentially enabling them to know things without logical reasoning, which is a skill that often goes untapped in conventional education. That sounds fascinating. Could you share some specific benefits that children gain from this program? Yes, participants have shown incredible progress in various areas. For example, children report being able to read or see without visual aid, sometimes even with their eyes closed. This isn't magic. It's a heightened sensory awareness that stems from deep relaxation and focused meditation. The results are striking. Children experience reduced stress, improved memory and focus, and greater confidence. A tennis player, for instance, noted that he could better anticipate his opponent's moves. In academic settings, students have found that they can solve problems with greater ease, feeling more prepared during exams. This is all about harnessing inner awareness and enhancing perceptual abilities. How does this impact their everyday school performance and overall well being? This program addresses some of the core challenges students face, including stress, low self esteem, and fear of the unknown. As they become more attuned to their intuitive side, they develop a resilient mindset. They are less likely to be overwhelmed by academic pressures and more inclined to enjoy learning. In fact, studies and testimonials suggest that students who undergo the intuition process show a marked improvement in areas like decision making, leadership skills, and creativity, all of which are essential in today's world. I understand that the Art of Living is also engaged in broader educational initiatives. Could you tell us more about these? Yes, alongside the intuition process, the Art of Living has launched a remarkable initiative with free schools across India, especially in rural and tribal areas. Currently, over 600 schools are providing education to thousands of children who otherwise would not have had access to formal schooling. These schools emphasize a holistic education that includes values, meditation, and self confidence building. This initiative, led by Gurudev, addresses the educational disparity in underserved areas by fostering both academic skills and life skills. It is inspiring to see how education is evolving with these programs. What do you see as the future impact of the intuition process? The potential impact is vast, with more children empowered to trust their intuition and think creatively. We are likely to see a generation of leaders who are not only academically skilled but also deeply connected to their inner values. This approach fosters a new type of learning that goes beyond the conventional, equipping students with the resilience and adaptability to face future challenges confidently. Could you give us an overview of the Art of Living's intuition process? And how did this concept come into being under His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji's guidance? The intuition process is part of Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji's vision to integrate intuition and inner awareness into education. He believes that true learning transcends the intellectual. It is about connecting with one's inner potential. This process, specifically designed for children and teens, uses specialized meditation breathing techniques and exercises to activate dormant intuitive abilities. In a sense, it is about allowing students to access knowledge and insights without relying solely on logical reasoning, tapping into a deeper source of understanding. Could you elaborate on how intuition training might complement traditional education? In traditional education tends to focus heavily on left brain skills, logical analysis, memorization, and calculation. The intuition process balances this by nurturing right brain functions like creativity, insight, and foresight. For example, children who practice these techniques report heightened sensory awareness. Some even describe being able to see or read with their eyes closed, which is a metaphor for accessing a deeper layer of perception. By balancing both hemispheres, students achieve a state of calm clarity, which enhances their capacity to focus, understand complex concepts, and even enjoy learning more. Are there scientific or educational studies that support the effectiveness of this approach? Yes, we are beginning to see studies emerge that support these practices. The neuroscience behind meditation and mindfulness, key components of the intuition process, shows significant benefits. For instance, meditation increases gray matter density in brain regions associated with learning, memory, and self awareness. Studies suggest that mindfulness improves attention span, emotional regulation, and even empathy, qualities that are crucial for effective learning. The Art of Living's own evaluation report increased confidence, academic performance, and emotional resilience in children who regularly practice these techniques. It is inspiring to think of intuition being part of the school experience. What results have you seen among students who have gone through the intuition process? The results are truly remarkable. For example, children from different regions have reported improved performance in academics, sports, and the arts. One student mentioned that during exams he simply closes his eyes and the answers come to him intuitively. Another, a young athlete, found that he could anticipate his opponent's moves more easily. Such stories are frequent and they show how intuition, when owned, can offer practical advantages in various aspects of life. Besides the intuition process, the Art of Living is also involved in broader educational reforms. Could you share more about these initiatives? Gurudev has initiated over 600 free schools across India, especially targeting underserved areas, tribal regions, rural villages, and urban slums. These schools go beyond basic academics. They include value based education, meditation, and stress management for children who come from challenging backgrounds. These practices are transformative. Not only do they build self confidence and discipline, but they also empower students to rise above societal challenges, providing them with a foundation to become responsible citizens. It sounds like the Art of Living's educational approach is about much more than just academics. What are the broader goals behind these initiatives? Gurudev's vision is holistic. He sees education as a means of nurturing individuals